Hey, this video includes an anxiety test and some important strategies to follow if you suffer from anxiety. You will get 8 questions that are designed to help you determine whether you suffer from anxiety or not. My name is Geert, born and raised in Europe, in Brussels, and the author of this book, Badass Ways to End Anxiety and Stop Panic Attacks. I'm also the creator of an audio course followed by thousands of people on my website, ilovepanicattacks.com, and those people follow my audio course because they want to overcome their anxiety and their panic attacks. I overcame my own anxiety issues in 2004 and I've been helping people ever since. Now, if you suffer from anxiety, please understand that you're far from alone. According to the official National Institute of Mental Health, so from the government, 18.1% of the population suffers from anxiety. That's a lot of people, right? 22.8% of those people have severe anxiety. Now that means that if you've been in a room with, say, 100 people, you were definitely not the only one with anxiety there. You've probably already been in the immediate vicinity of someone suffering from a panic attack, but that person was simply really good at hiding their anxiety. That's why you may not have noticed it. Anxiety can limit our lives in many ways. First of all, there are many types of anxiety and anxiety disorders. You can have a generalized anxiety disorder. Simply put, that's when you feel anxious most of the time. So the anxiety seems to accompany you the entire day. There can be peaks of anxiety, like a panic attack, but you will feel anxiety multiple times per day and you will be checking in on your anxiety, on your feelings. For some people, their anxiety is there from the moment they open their eyes in the morning until the night when they fall asleep, and then the anxiety is going to make it difficult to sleep. Social anxiety is another form of anxiety that a lot of people suffer from, and I did too. I even got a social phobia because of my social anxiety. Now, social anxiety starts when other people seem to give you a feeling of discomfort. You may not like being in a place with a lot of people, or get anxiety when you have to speak in front of a couple of people or a group of people. You may feel like you don't have a lot of self-esteem, and all of that is linked to social anxiety. And when, because of that anxiety, you start to avoid social activities, to not feel the anxiety, that's when it becomes a social phobia. There are other forms of anxiety like hypochondria, derealization, agoraphobia, and more, but the primary question is, do you suffer from anxiety? It's an important question because it took me a couple of years before I finally realized that all that I was feeling and experiencing was in fact anxiety. I knew something was wrong with me, but I didn't know it was anxiety because nobody had told me. So let's get to the anxiety test. Take out a piece of paper and write down how many times you'll say yes and no to the following 8 questions. Ready? Question number 1. In the last week, have you had a feeling of intense discomfort or fear even though you were not in imminent physical danger? Write down yes or no. Question number 2. Do you suffer from worries that you cannot seem to get out of your mind? Recurring worries about a future event or something else, and they keep coming back? Yes or no? Question number 3. Have you had a hard time sleeping in the last week? Falling asleep, you wake up at night, or you wake up way too early? Yes or no? Question number 4. Do you feel restless, on edge, often? Yes or no? Question number 5. Is the reason or one of the reasons why you found this video making it hard for you to focus at work or during class, for instance? Yes or no? Number 6. In general, do you have problems concentrating? Does your mind keep jumping from one thing to the next and then to the next? Yes or no? Question number 7, an important one. Have you recently experienced symptoms like a racing heart, shortness of breath, chest pain, dizziness, hot flashes or chills, a tingling sensation on your skin, faintness, or sudden digestive issues? Yes or no? If you answer yes to this question, then it's important to talk about these with and to your doctor, obviously. Question number 8. In the last week, have you felt afraid, as if you thought something awful might happen? Yes or no? Okay, so now please add up the yeses. How many times did you reply yes? If you replied yes less than once, then you do not suffer from debilitating anxiety and you're probably fine. If you replied yes twice, then there is some anxiety in your life, but it doesn't seem abnormal to me and probably not even to you. If you replied yes 3 to 4 times, then it's clear that anxiety is starting to limit your life and it may be worth learning how to overcome anxiety. Because overcoming anxiety is not that hard if you're willing to put in an effort. That's what's required, the effort. If you replied yes 5 times or more, then you're where I was at when I suffered from generalized anxiety disorder and panic attacks and when anxiety controlled my entire life. In fact, as soon as you're over 4 yeses, then I think you should take action. I've suffered from anxiety and panic attacks for 14 years, for that long, partially because I always believed that the anxiety would end on its own. But it didn't. I tried therapy. They simply wanted to talk about my past. Then meds were prescribed, but I didn't want to take them because I wanted to find a natural cure for anxiety. So take action, do something, get help to overcome your anxiety. You can go find a therapist, you can read books, you can follow a course, and if you want my help, then you can start by reading my book, Badass Ways to End Anxiety and Stop Panic Attacks. You can come on over to ilovepanicattacks.com where you will find more videos, my free newsletter, and the audio course that my clients follow from home. Whatever you do, take a first step today. Don't wait for it to end on its own. Take that step. Fear is normal, but unwanted anxiety is not. Anxiety is an emotion, and when it starts to dominate your life, your brain is making a mistake. It thinks that there is an imminent danger, that's why it launches anxiety, when there is no danger. And we simply need to train our brain so it doesn't respond with anxiety unless you've just met an angry tiger that has been drooling over a picture of you for months, because then anxiety is fine, but in most of the cases where you feel anxiety now, it probably isn't. There you go. I hope you've liked this video. If you did, please subscribe to my channel so you never miss another video. Come on over to ilovepanicattacks.com. I have so much more in store for you. I know how difficult it is to have anxiety, to suffer from generalized anxiety disorder, social phobia, social anxiety, panic attacks and more, because I've had it and I've been helping people since 2005. I overcame it in 2004. Feels like a century ago. But I've been doing it because that's my mission on this planet, and I hope that this video has already helped you a little bit. I've loved making it for you, and I want you to know that we're in this together.